Are you someone out there who may be thinking or have been contemplating the idea of removing meat from your diet? Well, I have been officially a vegetarian for 3 years as the making of this video, and I want to share my journey on why I gave up eating meat and why I don't ever want to go back. Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. My name is Jamie Dottie Garza, and it's time to ignite the world. In this video, I'm going to be talking about why I quit eating meat and went full vegetarian, and talk about my journey of that over the past 3 years. Oftentimes, I get questioned a lot, and especially when I first started my vegetarian journey in summer of 2020, August of 2020. I got inspired to make this video because you gotta love the Facebook memories, baby. This is a Facebook memory that popped up in my Facebook memories, obviously, about a few weeks ago, and it was 3 years ago from today. I was like, hey, my first week, I made it as a vegetarian. I almost folded over the weekend, cooking up chicken and steak stir fry for my family, but I had that tunnel vision. Cooked up Taco Tuesday today and made me a little bowl of rice, black beans, fajitas, cheese, corn, sour cream, and cheese. I'm about that veggie life. Let's keep this lifestyle up. I also said I'm feeling more pure, focused, clean, and more in tune spiritually. And I wasn't even fully aligned with God at that time. Wow. But that's how I was feeling. And that was 3 years ago. Why I'm making this video is because oftentimes I get asked why I don't eat meat. It's shocking still for a lot of people. And yes, it does get pretty redundant and it gets tiring explaining. But that's just the road I'm on. And first of all, no shade at any vegan out there, but that's one of the pet peeves I have. I'm not vegan, okay? I just don't eat meat, okay? Your boy still loves eating eggs. Your boy still loves eating cheese, sour cream. I don't know what else vegans don't eat. I just don't eat meat, okay? I don't eat chicken. I don't eat beef. I don't eat salmon. I don't eat lamb, pork, ham. I don't eat meat. I'm not a carnivore. But I eat everything else. Give me a pizza. Give me some lasagna with no meat. Give me spaghetti with no meat. Give me some kava, no meat. Just give me the veggies. Give me a veggie bowl from Chipotle. Give me a cheese quesadilla. Give me a cheese pizza. Give me Alfredo with no chicken. At Thanksgiving, give me some collard greens, some macaroni and cheese, some baked beans, some deviled eggs, some yams, some beans. I said that already. I'm Gucci. Yes, so I just got hungry right now. But I want to explain my journey of being vegetarian for these 3 years and why it happened, okay? I was someone who loved eating meat, and past vlogs too. My family, I've documented vlogs. I was like, oh, I could never be a herbivore. I'm always be a carnivore while I was eating my Popeyes chicken on the vlog.
Shouts to the Popeyes $5 Bonafide box, you feel me? I couldn't be no vegan. Shouts out to y'all, but I'm a carnivore, you know? I need my meat. I need chicken, steak, salmon. I don't eat pork. I don't touch that, but, you know, I need my meats. I couldn't be no vegan and not eat that, or a vegetarian only eat salad. Like, I'm a beast, you know? And to tame a beast, you got to be a carnivore. You got to be a savage, so.
And I enjoyed it. I love bonchons. I love fried chicken wings. Old Bay at that. I love the Chick-fil-A sandwiches. I loved burgers at a cookout. I loved everything. You know, I never would in my mind, I would always assume that a vegetarian only ate salad. You know, like it was absurd for me. I was like, how do people do that? And, you know, I've had intestines, like gut issues. I don't know if it was a mix because of my addiction to alcohol and my diet overall, but it just wasn't getting receptive enough or being receptive enough. And you got to listen to your body sometimes. I know my best friend, one of my best friends. What up, Rocky? I remember, we used to spend a lot of time together. We worked together, and he was one of the first to introduce me to being a vegetarian. And I would clown him. I would downplay him, like, how you go with Chipotle and not get no meat in your bowl? Like, I was like, what's the point? You defeated the point. How you pay the same amount and you don't get the meat, like everything he did, right? And he was explaining the effects, and he was going through it because his wife at the time, who's now his wife, she wasn't very receptive to beef, so he was still eating chicken and stuff. But then I guess something triggered within them, and they both went vegetarian, and they were living that. And he was telling me all about the benefits. Well, it wasn't until, I think, this is when COVID was popping, 2020, I was eating, fried chicken, or I was going to this hibachi place especially, and I was getting, the chicken stir fry, the hibachi or whatnot, and every time my gut would just be toe up and a flow up, like I'm weefing, I am down bad. When you're on a when you taking a stool, you're taking a deuce, and you just be like hunched over, sweating and all that. Well, that's what was happening, and it was happening more frequent. Like, it happened like 3 times, and I was like, man, this isn't right. And at that time, again, I wasn't smoking cigarettes, I wasn't doing any of that. I was drinking very rarely. It wasn't as intense as my previous addiction to the alcohol, and I was really just trying to map it out. And my friend, he challenged me to, try the vegetarian route. He was like, man, it's all that flesh you eating. All you eating, you eating all that. You don't even know if it's real meat. Like, who knows what you eating? So I took him up on his challenge. And I'm the type of person where, like, you know what? I'm someone who takes things very seriously. I'm very disciplined. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to go all the way. And I did it for a week. And I realized, like, man, just because I don't eat meat, it don't make me less of a person. The shock factor is there, of course, because none of my family members ever done this. Like, we all eat meat. I come from a Mexican background too. So chorizo in the morning, that's like the eggs and sausage, Mexican tradition, cookouts, even down to, like, everything was around meat. So, like, first of all, when I first went like that, I got all the questions. Like, why you stop eating meat? Why you stop eating meat? Look, my body was telling me something. All right. I had to tell them, like, hey, I could still eat everything. Because that's what I realized. I could still enjoy everything that I love. Hey, if I go to Popeyes, I can't get the meat. But you know what? I could still get some of those banging fries or mashed potatoes. There was always a way to finesse this. Even now, going a quick way, I'll get the lo mein, just no meat. Shoot, be coming out for the $5.75, the fried rice with the veggies. Like, what? Finesse. Like, that's a win. Shoot, I be feeling good coming out of that. I be going, like, eventually became easier, because that week turned into months turned into years. And I'm like, wow, I've been 3 years vegetarian, but the benefits I got from it, just, wow, absolutely amazing, right? First of all, my gut is a lot better shape. I'm not taking stools at random times of the day. I know exactly what's going in my body. I don't know what's in those meats. That's why I don't eat flesh. I don't know if they're even real. And I mean, all the stuff they say about having fake meat, like, nowadays, I don't have to deal with that, right? One of the fun things I would say is, like, some people ask me, oh, why you don't eat meat? I'm sorry, I only eat my brothers and sisters. A little extreme, but I don't eat flesh. I don't want to eat flesh. Do I miss it sometimes? I do miss a burger. I like the way a burger smells and when it's getting cooked out. I could get a Beyond Burger. I try not to do too much of the Beyond stuff, though, because I realize, one, it's a lot of soy in it. So a bean burger, I could deal with that. And it just makes me, I have so much energy throughout the day. I'm proving, like, you don't need to be meat to be strong. You don't need to eat meat to be a great thinker or be a great leader. You don't need meat for a lot of things. And I'm just showing it starts in my house. So I'm showing my family a different way of living. Even my son, Carter, he sometimes say he don't want to eat meat. He want to be like me. He's in between, but he's not eating meat all the time, which in the long run, that's just better for his health. You know, he's having discipline already. And I love how I feel. I feel light. I feel like I know exactly what's going on in my body. My diet consists of a lot of fruits. I fast a lot. I'll make another video about fasting and why I still do intermittent fasting and why I fast. But I eat a lot of fruits. I usually break my fast if I make an egg sandwich. I eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of rice, a lot of vegetables. That's my favorite. My wife sautés these veggies for me. So banging. You know, on weekends, I might order the pizza. Give me the cheese pizza. You know, just had Chipotle today. A bowl. Give me the guacamole on the side. Brown rice, no meat. I'm filled up. Like I still get fulfilled. I still get my protein. I still can eat the things I love. Even my grandma, shouts to my abuela, she makes these jalapeno poppers. But she usually infuses it with chicken. Now she infuses it with veggies for me, with carrots and cheese. Like, that's love right there. So that's why I quit eating meat. So if you're out there and you hear the health benefits, right? You hear what not eating meat can do. I challenge you, because you don't know what's in that meat. Do you even know the farmer of where this so-called beef came from? What are they injecting your meat with? This isn't no agenda to convert anyone to be a vegetarian, but I challenge you guys. If you are having gut issues, if you're breaking out, I used to get like breakouts, like all over my face and stuff. Like, if you want to have more energy, that's the big thing for me. After I ate like some meat, I would just feel like itis and just lagging, right? This is what can happen. This is why I continue to be on this path. No, I just don't need a salad. It's not just salads. You can, but you can go to Chick-fil-A and get the fries, and you can get the mac and cheese like your boy do. And if I'm feeling spicy, I'll get a milkshake to go if I'm balling out. There's ways to do this. I live in a household, again, my wife, she used to always say, oh, well, I'm going to cook for you. I don't make it complicated. Being a vegetarian, you won't make things complicated. You just take the meat out. When she makes Alfredo, she just makes a version with no meat for me. It's become actually easy. I can cook meat. I can do everything. I could go on a grill. I could do that. Everyone's happy. They get their hot dogs. They get that. I get my corn on the cob. Maybe I get my Beyond hot dogs. I do bang with them. Again, I don't eat them very often, but hey. And everyone's happy. You know, really, the reason why it wasn't because if it's a trend, it was because my body wasn't being receptive to meat. And going 3 years, I'm ready to see the next 3, the next 5. And again, I'm in uncharted territory where I'm at. Ain't no one in my family ever did this. I can't get no advice from anyone, but when I meet other vegetarians and they've been about this lifestyle, it's cool, you know, and it's cool, like, just being more conscious of what goes in your body. Because me going vegetarian, I've become more aware of how much sugar I take, how much I try to really, I don't intake a lot of soda. Like, I'm very mindful of snacks. Like, it makes me more mindful of what goes in my body. And I look at my body like a temple. That's why in this channel, everything's I quit because I'm trying to preserve my temple. I used to pollute my temple so much. 34 years old. I emphasize that because I'm just blessed and grateful that God let me acknowledge all this early. You know, speaking of that, I'm in the Bible now. I'm reading the Bible, and I think I was reading about Daniel, and it's called, like, I remember the king was trying to offer him wine and meat, and he declined it. All he simply wanted was vegetables and water to sustain so he could fast and prayer, but also he didn't want to become slothful. He wanted to stay light. He knew exactly what he needed, and he was deep in prayer. I feel like Daniel. I feel like I'm on that because that's all I need is some vegetables. If I'm feeling extra luxury, give me some fruit too. I love fruit. Natural sugars. gives me the energy I need, especially after I break a fast. It's all right here. And, we hear now about people getting high cholesterol or from fried foods or meats and just what it deteriorates. Again, I'm trying to be longevity. I got kids. I got them looking up to me. I'm trying to make it to, I want to walk my daughter. She's 10 months old. I want to walk her down the aisle. So if this is something I can do to keep me on that, let's get it. I don't feel out of place when I'm eating everywhere. I film a lot of weddings. So oftentimes the only thing is like, hey, vendor meals, I'm like, hey, can I get just, with no meat? They accommodate, maybe get some risotto, some rice, some veggies. I just had that literally last weekend with green beans and a roll. Good. Like, it doesn't take much to fill me up, or it doesn't take much for me to get my nutrients. It's all there. So if you're out there and you want to try removing meat from your diet, stop eating your brothers and sisters. Stop eating the flesh, man. It's lit over here. You don't have to just run. It's all discipline. It's all right here. It's all in your mind. It's all of what you really want to do. If you don't really want it, you're never going to try it. You're not going to stay consistent with it. But again, I challenge you guys out there. I hope this video can serve as inspiration. Maybe you suffer gut issues like me, or maybe you've heard about things and you want to try it yourself. You won't know until you really do it. I'm a walking testament. That's all the videos on this channel is for, because I've literally been in it. I've quit things, but I quit things to become a better version of myself. The Quitters Club, baby. Sometimes you got to quit in order to be the best version of you. This was the best version of me. I'm just sharing the knowledge to you guys. Nonetheless, I hope this video was helpful. If you liked this video, smash that like button for me. If you want to see more videos like this on the channel, as well as other ways to quit, to become the best version of yourself, consider subscribing to the channel. Go ignite the world, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.